Imagine being alone on a vast desert, your plane wrecked, your hope fading, but suddenly a small voice breaks the silence. Please, draw me a sheep. Confused, the pilot looks down to see a little boy, a young prince, standing before him. This is where our story begins, an extraordinary tale that defies all logic. The little prince, with his golden hair and mysterious smile, comes from a tiny planet. He tells the pilot about his home, which is no bigger than a house, with three volcanoes and a single beautiful rose. But it's this rose that has been the source of his journey. He leaves his planet, searching for meaning, encountering strange and unforgettable beings along the way. On his travels, he visits planet after planet, each one more curious than the last. The first stop? A king, an emperor with no subjects to rule over. He sits on his lonely throne, giving orders to no one. I command the sun to set, he says. The little prince quickly realizes that the king's power is meaningless when there's no one to obey. On the next planet, he meets a vain man, obsessed with admiration. He believes everyone around him should praise his beauty, yet there's no one to applaud. The prince is confused. Why would someone want to be adored when there's no one there to see it? Next, he meets a drunkard, lost in a cycle of shame and regret. The little prince feels sorrow for him, but understands that the man is stuck in his own sadness, unable to break free. On yet another world, the prince encounters a lamplighter, a dedicated soul who lights and extinguishes a lamp every minute, trapped in an endless, meaningless routine. The prince admires his work ethic, but wonders about the point of such a task. But the strangest encounter of all? The geographer, a man who knows everything about the world but never actually experiences it. He can describe mountains, oceans, and forests, yet he's never seen any of them. The little prince realizes that knowledge without experience is hollow. Finally, the prince arrives on Earth where he meets a fox, one of the wisest creatures he'll ever know. The fox teaches him the most precious lesson of all. One sees clearly only with the heart. What is essential is invisible to the eye. The little prince learns that his rose, which once seemed so ordinary, is actually the most important thing in the universe because he loves her. As the little prince's journey unfolds, we discover that life is not about accumulating power, praise, or knowledge. It's about love, connection, and seeing the world through the eyes of a child, where everything is possible, and the most valuable things are often invisible. The little prince's story leaves us with a question. What really matters to us? Is it the things we can see or the things we can feel with our hearts? In the end, the prince might leave, but his lessons stay with us forever, reminding us that the most important things in life aren't always the most obvious.